This moment, we are going to talk about the right choice, about the right person, doesn't? And take your book to take and write. And we have a few slideshow here. Put it only for testing. The Universe Love is our series. And let me explain for you that you still don't understand. Universe Love is a special month for New Youths. And now is a fashion word, Universe Love. And the name of the series in general way, put it again, the name is Relationship. The next slide, please. Only for test. Relationship, the blow is there, falls whoever wants. And this is the message of the message in general, is not to fall the bad relationship. The title of this first week is, put it on the screen, choosing right for do not fall in trouble. Let's talk, and the first week is the right choose, the second week is have a right date, and the third week is the right marriage. It works for everyone, even neither you not having date nor if you have a, because this is a thing of youth people, because we want that you do not fall in a bad situation, because Satan created a bad situation for you and you can't fall. For this, in the first week, choosing the right person, we want to talk with you 5 tips for you have the right decision. And I'm going to talk with my wife, Fabi, and let's create this dual conversation. 5 tips for you have the right choice. Doesn't, Fabi? Yes. 5 tips for do not fall in the bad situation. After today, the people will be smart with this. How to find the right person, precious tips for you do not fall and the blow and have the right relationships. And when I put the advertisement on my Instagram or WhatsApp and other social media, a man with the 65 years old, he sent a message for me, and he sent a message, and he say, Pastor, I'm about to have 35 years of marriage where I missed it, where I did wrong. You didn't wrong. You have a big shot. His marriage was wonderful. The question is where I did right, not I did wrong. Because of this, we are here. Please stay tuned about these 5 tips of the precious tips. The first tip is respect the right time. Respect the right time. Put it on the screen over there. Please listen and pay attention, because sometimes the directors try to guide the camera. You must listen what I'm talking about. First, respect the right time. What is this, Fabi? Respect the right time. The Bible say at Ecclesiastes 3:1, for everything an occasion in the time, for every purpose under the sky. What the Bible say? Because everything there is a right time, and in the land, the earth, and the parable of the prodigal son, because the son wanted the inheritance for the wrong time, the time to put the hand to take it, it must be well calculated, because not become a curse, because the Bible say about that, and the Proverbs, if the inherited falls before the time, it will be a curse in your life. Perhaps Moreover, in the 19th versicle, the proverb is written, the wife is an inheritance of God. Please don't have this inheritance before the time, because our pastors say don't have sex before time. But it's not only this. Even the date before time might be a curse. Even the relationship before time. You must be careful. As I said before, the question the young, the youth do it for me is to have a list for what to do and not to do, and the right time for what to do. It would be easier for me, but God didn't want it this way. God is say, I'm going to put a law on your heart. The spirit will know what is right, what is wrong, and you won't need anyone to make you upset. God will guide you. God will talk with you wherever you are. So it's not the question what the right time, the age, the moment, the exact moment that I'm going to have a kiss. Doesn't exist the right time for dating. The right time for dating don't exist. Some people say, but there on your church, Nibi, I've heard that people that you don't let the people having date under 18. What did you say? I do not. I say it's not the correct thing to do. We don't want the bad things for you because we love you and we want that you have completely success in your life. I see recently research because today the people are having date with 11 years old and it is wrong. You must understand, you youth that have 15 or 16 and you're running for having date, the things don't work this way, because when we don't give it the advice for you have a date before 18, we have take a look for by IBGE 2 years ago on research, because you know that IBGE is always making these researches and they say 400,000 babies born from youth women, young teenagers in 1 year, and is about 15% of all born of that years. And moreover, here in Amazonas state is 21% plus. I don't know what's wrong with here, the people, maybe the heat, because we have the researchers here to show you. We want that you have a right decision, but the Bible don't say. But the Bible say for you have a good sense and you obey your leadership. But what we decided, if you want to have a date, I want to push you. I want to, but I put my term of commitment of the ministry, and you will obey. And if you don't, if you want to have a date, but you can't belong of GA or a ministry. I think more we have more. Learn to what we are talking about. After 18 years old, have a date, and we are following this way. The people are having a huge situation of maturity, and they have a wonderful marriage, blessed by God. But don't think that if you have reached 18 years old, you can do everything you want. But before of this, we prepared 3 special points that you must think before have a date. But especially the things to have a maturity personality. As I said before, there is people, there is young with 20 years old that aren't ready for have a relationship. Let's say is age when the people are mature, and there is 3 types of maturity that you must give a special attention and make a test before you think about dating. Think you have these 3 maturity in your life. Please write it. The first topic is Financial matureness. Okay, we are in trouble now. Check your pocket and see how much you have. And because there is young for having a date, he he claims money for his father. Guys, there is something wrong with this. But how can you? But how you want to have a date if you don't have a condition, if you don't have financial independence, if you don't have you might have something wrong. Okay, how are you? We've heard here in the questions and the answers that the date must be focused on the marriage. Okay, you can't be completely right, completely ready for this. No, 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 we are not talking about that. You must have the minimum. And how are you thinking that you are thinking to join it with the other person and possibly create a family? But if you don't have maturity to financial, and sometimes you say, Fabi, I don't work, I am. Do you know how to guide his financial life? Are you spending everything? And this is don't have a right situation to control your finances. I know a youth that is working and he will buy her car and soon he will buy her house. And I see she have a maturity financial and she works and she has a job. So if you don't have these things, how are you going to sustain a woman or a man? You must think about. Without finance, you can't have your house because there is people that get money, but don't know how to control it, and this might happen. And if he was a man, he spent everything in the car, an iPhone, he spend the money with the iPhone. And the people has a Ferrari don't have money to put gas on the car. And the women, they must have financial maturity or find a guys that have maturity. Later we're going to explain a little more about that. Women, when you are watching a woman and the guy, watch if the woman is spending money more than she have, and take a look and sometimes the people are having a fight in the marriage because they didn't learn to have financial maturity. And let's put one thing the practical way. For having a date, you must have money to support this dating because dating is for marriage. Because anyone has a date for dating. Dating is for marriage, so if you don't have a condition to marriage, maximum 3 years. Okay, it was a question. And the maximum time you can marriage in 2 or 3 years. It depends for each person. But if you don't have a condition to marriage from 2 years, don't have a date. And don't have a date because it won't work. The person just want the pleasure to love and a kiss in the mouth and then give a hug and also if the guy don't work and don't like to work, I have a music for you. Kick it, kick it, kick it. Kick it. You are going to carry him and his guitar on the back. He can be a wonderful and handsome guy. He must have a wonderful conversation, but it won't work. Because you will carry the kids, you will carry him, you will have to fight, and you might have a life in the misery. because you choose it, a handsome guy, but he don't want to work. The first thing that I say to my daughter, see if he works. The husband of my daughter, now he's working, but you know why? I saw that he was a worker. I saw his history, and when he hadn't job, do you know what he did? He goes to the downtown and he take a microphone and start to working. And if the people and the guys not working, get out. But a few people, if you have influence, and they say, but Pastor, today all the rights are the same. But why the women can't sustain the men? Because the Bible say at Ephesians chapter 5, verse 28 and 29, is written, there is responsibility of the man, like Jesus say, to give and protect, feed and care. The same way is the man. Fabi works and helps me, but if any reason she could work and help me, the responsibility before God is mine. There is guy trying to be. It's your obligation to go and to find the support and sustain your family. But this don't mean that women don't have responsibility. On the contrary, this week we have a live, and it's written in Proverbs 31:11. Your husband has completely trustfulness and never miss anything to her. He can left his credit card over there, and she can't. The 17th verse is written, give it with the wish on your job. And the 18th is what means everything about that? The women, one of the functions of the women is to have a good administration, and sometimes the prophet goes to know how to have administration of his finance. Another thing you must have another topic is to have a spiritual maturidade. First, you must have above all that person has a spiritual life, and if he accepted Jesus Christ, one of the questions they did is, may I bring someone outside of the church to be of the church? The gospel love. Such a person, answer of the Bible, no, there is no gathering of the darkness and the light. I'm going to release each one of these on the word. I'm playing, because there's people that they think is right. It's only a thought. No, this doesn't exist in the Bible. So the people must have Son of God, must be such a person, and moreover, it's not only be Son of God, can't be a baby, must have a spiritual life, must have a relationship, must be a son of God. Yeah, because dating with babies, if kids, if pedophile, and there is spiritual pedophile, because if the people don't have maturiness, you must be careful. You must watch if the person has a life of the meditation, if the person meditates, for the people is not participating of the World Festival, put it away, cut off. If the person is winning his temptations, because such a person may lead you to sin. Understand that dating is a training. one day, man, you will be the leaders, spiritual leader of that house. So you must watch it. And when you are staring, you must watch the such a person has a spiritual maturity. So it is serious because we realize that we not see that a lot of young falls. Man, you will be the leader of the future church. In the future, your family, you will be the leader. So what are you doing for this? When I had your age, I claimed for God. I cried out for God. I was praying. I wanted to read. I wanted to learn more and more about God. And I wanted to have the ability to be a leader, spiritual leader of someone. If God wanted, I saw that youngs are living the crazy life, and may God bring more people worry about that. So if you don't have the spiritual maturityness, sorry, you are not ready for a relationship. So, in the practical way, before thinking about dating, watching if that person has a spiritual maturityness, if they have how he was in the World Festival. He say the verse goes, your your boyfriend Erica, he was reading or the versicle. Okay. So before staring that person, make a research about him, analyze him well. Third type of maturityness is a spiritual maturity. Whoa, okay, now you're in trouble because there is people that have financial maturity and but the emotions are still in trouble. But what is the emotional maturity? I think is one of the main things here about the relationship is the ability to forgive, is put in the place of the other people, is the control his emotions. Oh, to It's terrible. Another thing is we are in the world so hard, so complicated, so many people after. You must watch, and if the girl is always fighting, is always on internet, and if you were my daughter, I would say cut off such a person. And the another thing is don't control his emotion, and it's always crying, and he did say a message for you, and okay, for me it's not dating, it's a slavery. And the other situation, the people is always crying, is always complaining, is always yelling. Okay, the men also, they are bad people. They are. This week they made a question for me. Why the people don't carry more the chair of the girls, but it showed to us because we have guys with bad behavior, and the other guys they are soft too much. And he is a son of the mother, very soft guy. He must stop to be the son of the mother. He must become the son of God. The blow is there for the people that want to do the right thing. Right is the first tip to choose the right person. Let me take a look here and confirm. The second, first is respect the right time. The second, right it. Be the right person. Be the right person. What is this? Truly, we attract the person with the same personality that us. The law of the physics say the opposite bring themselves too close. But the spiritual law, the equals attract themselves. is truly you are going to walk with people like you, and you will attract the people like you are. So instead to spend your energy seeking the right person, looking for the right person, be the right person. Yes, yes. There is people talking, I think, with the wonderful and the loved people. For me, the biggest quality of the people is to be a sincere person. Are you being sincere when your leader asking for you? Are you reading the Bible? Are you and you lie for your leader? In this very complicated, as the Leandro say, instead to for you want the right person, be the right person. Sometimes you say about the politicians, they are corrupt, but in your house there is pirating, wrong internet signal. You are stealing internet signal. The thing is wrong. Uh, illegal internet on your house. You are not being honest. You are stealing energy. You are stealing water. So if we want to be honest, that thing must start with us. But here in the NIB, I want to be worried if, for example, you you can cheat your Bluetooth, you can cheat your video of the Palavra Fest. Okay, I'm gonna give that idea for you because I'm gonna show that you will dare to do that thing for you, because the bad things will show up if you do it, and that bad things will grows, and if you let things happen, you will be the only to be lost in. So what we must be sincere, we must be fair, we must be honest, and it is that you must have isn't it to be the right person, isn't to be perfect, is always to do the right things, and to be the right person is to be the right person and the physical way, care yourself. Isn't it the women want the handsome guys? They want a guy with the good outfit, the and what worse, he don't brush his teeth. So let's care of appearance and or people answer me how I conquest you, and they take a shower is using a good outfit, but I always take a shower and I always put a good outfit, and the okay, it's working, and it can work with you, because if you were a pig, you will find a pig in your life, and you will have a group of small pigs in your life. Okay, I'm worried with a lot of people here because the people are spending a lot of time on the social media. Are you looking for a smart people, intelligent people? Be one of this. I was watching that today. The biggest information that young guys have is what they are watching on the histories, and the people are not looking for about the news. They don't know, and this anymore. People don't know about the news, and is always spread the bad news before send a message for someone. I always check the source of the news, and even do it. I always make sometimes some mistake, and be careful to study more and make a research, because that person will be the person God will send for you, and be the right person and left the rest with God. God never failed on his promise and never will fail. And let's go to the third. We we say about two topics, and let's start about the third topic. Is the third topic is
Ai, essa vai
care,
doer.
be care,
Tem uma
be
premissa,
careful.
cuidado com a carência, anote aí, está aqui escrito. Tem uma premissa que diz assim: nunca vá ao
There
supermercado
is
com fome.
one.
Por que, amor? Fala isso, hein? Nunca vá ao supermercado com fome.
É porque você vai tomar decisões
Never
erradas.
go
Na verdade,
to
você vai
the
comprar
shopping,
mais do que
to the
deveria.
market
Você vai olhar
with
aquela comida lá, você, né? O seu
desire.
subconsciente compra, tu tá com fome, né?
Your
Então,
mind
da
say,
mesma
okay,
forma,
you
você não pode procurar alguém carente,
the same way
alguém que
you
seja,
can't look for
você
people with
carente,
needs.
porque você vai comprar
You
barulho,
with your needs.
você vai pegar o
Never
primeiro
do it
barulho que
because you're
aparecer.
going
Não é
to
assim.
grab the
Então,
first bad
o pastor
person
David
that
diz
show
assim,
up with you.
"Se Eva tivesse
And
insistido
the
nos outros
moreover,
frutos,
the pastor
não
David
estaria
say,
com fome, não
if
ia
he
ter nem
ever
barriga para comer o fruto proibido, né? Então, encha-se dos outros frutos primeiro,
feel
e
yourself
você
about
não
the
vai ter barriga para pegar
other
bagunça,
other
tá bom?
food
Mas aí algumas pessoas perguntam,
because you
por
want
que
to
você
have
tem que
stomach
encontrar
to
seu
get bad
namorado?
things. But the
Eu não
people
quero
say,
ficar
Pastor,
sozinha. Gente,
don't
essa
I
necessidade
have
de alguém
wish
é
to
normal,
have
gente.
someone
Deus
on my
nos
side.
fez
That
para vivermos
need is
isoladamente, para
normal.
vivermos em comunidade.
God
Então,
made
isso
us
é
to
normal.
live
O
in a
problema é
community
quando
because this is
essa minha
normal. The
necessidade de ter
problem
alguém se
is
torna
when
algo
this need
extremamente necessário para minha
become
felicidade.
something
Né? A gente não
extremely
deixa mais
necessary to
carência
my
patológica.
happiness.
Não seria apropriado
Sometimes
dizer termo, mas
we
é
might
quando isso
say it is
foge
a
da
pathological
normalidade. É isso que a gente
need,
tem que
but you must
atentar.
pay
E às vezes
attention when this
essa
thing
carência,
escape from the
eu
normal
observo em algumas
situation.
pessoas, né, que
Sometimes
a
I
pessoa mal
observe
conhece
some
alguém
few
já está
people.
apaixonado. Que é apaixonado por
The
tudo.
guy
Mal conheceu a
the
pessoa,
person
já se
barely
apaixona.
know one
Esse é um
person,
tipo
and he
de
falls in love.
carência muito
This is a
preocupante,
kind of
porque logo
need,
ele pega o seu
worry,
coração, as suas
very
emoções, os seus sonhos,
bad
por uma
because
pessoa
you
que você
give
mal
his
conhece.
emotion, his
E
dreams
isso eu
with the
vejo
person
em
that
algumas
barely
meninas.
knows. And it is I see in a few girls.
Mais no universo das meninas,
I'm
confesso que eu
talking
amo
about
meninas. Então,
girls
às vezes,
because
algumas meninas
I
que
know
estão namorando, estão conhecendo, estão naquela fase ainda
and sometimes
da
the
amização,
girl
já
is
estão
having a
apaixonadas.
date.
Gente, isso é
It's
muito
is a
perigoso,
simple
sabe? Já
date,
ficam
and
magoadas
it's very dangerous,
aquele
and
relacionamento não
the
dá
women get
certo.
upset
Então,
when that
ter muito
relationship don't
cuidado com
work.
com
So
essa
be
carência,
careful with
porque às
that
vezes
need
essa carência mostra
because
muito
sometimes that need shows our selfish side.
se as coisas não giram em torno de
These
mim,
things
da minha
don't
felicidade,
turn
daquilo que eu me sinto bem,
around me,
isso é um
around my
problema, isso me deixa
happiness.
infeliz.
This is a
Por isso que a
problem.
carência é uma coisa muito perigosa.
Because of
Então
this,
vamos
the
aqui,
need is a very dangerous thing. And talking about this, let me talk close with you.
Você quer alguém para
Anyone
compartilhar a
marriage
felicidade
to
que
be
você já
happy, you want
tem.
someone to share the happiness that you have. If you are not happy, you never will find the happiness with the other person. You must be happy in the first place. So you will make other people happy. When you understand that concept,
Vê o vídeo de novo,
take a look again
porque é isso que está faltando em
because
você.
this is missing on you. You have needs and you're looking for the solution, looking for your side of the orange. But the healthy creates other people are looking for to go outside the house and resolve his financial trouble. Never will be happy. So be careful with the needs. The person with needs pretend to be selfish and everything around that person, everything goes bad. But there is a 40 tip, and that tip is very important. Careful with the bad behavior.
Gente, qualidades, elas já são
Guys,
perceptíveis.
qualities you can notice, you can see,
Porque você precisa estar de olho nos
because
defeitos, né?
you
Isso que a
must
gente tá
watch
fazendo,
the
muito
bad
ruim. Tem que
behaviors.
olhar as qualidades, sim, mas as qualidades são naturais da pessoa. Os defeitos
But the
não.
qualities are
Os
natural
defeitos
of the
deles só vão
people,
ser vistos
but the bad
quando,
behavior
você
doesn't.
estiver convivendo com essa pessoa. Por isso, isso aqui a gente vai ser bem prático, né? Bem prático mesmo, porque a gente
You must
quer que você
be
saia
very
entendendo
practical.
aquilo que você deve fazer antes de
But
namorar.
because you want
De
that you
repente,
live here
você tá de olho numa menina, né?
and
Nossa,
trying
tô
to
vendo
understand
aqui
the
uma
lack
moça
of the
super
person.
linda. Aí começa a
I'm staring a girl, he's a wonderful girl, and
aí,
start
de
to talk
repente,
with
você
her, and
percebe
WhatsApp is
que ela,
suddenly
você viu,
you
assim,
realize
foi numa turma
that
na
you
casa
saw
dela, sozinho, foi numa turma nessa
what
casa
it
dela.
was
Você sabe
a
que é a mãe,
group
né?
in her house,
Se a mãe
and you know how the mother works, and you realize that girl has a lazy lack of problem of disorganization, and you realize it, and you see it is a hard problem for you know, for you to be with that person together. If you
A gente consegue conviver.
we can live, anyone can live with the good things of other person, but there is people that can live with the lack of the other person. Because of this, you must stay tuned, you must watch if you will be able to live with that. For example, he don't like to work. It will be that guy you will carry on her back. This is a lack. The people don't like to work, and sometimes if the people has ability to cheat someone, or you can see he's a lazy guy. You take a look and check his personality, check, ask about his leadership, what he do, what he does, and he call to his mother and say what he does when he wake up. So this way you can see his lack, and you can realize if you can live with this. And sometimes it isn't a lack of the personality, but most of times is a bad behavior. For example, people with that heavy, that always on the party, they talk so much. Sometimes they are close with the people, shy people. Because of this, we have a conversation here, because the conversation is very important, because stay tuned with these things, because these things must be a bad behavior. You must live with this person 24 hours per day. But you can live with his lack. The blow is there. We are warning you. Let's go to the 50 tip. Write it on your book. Understand the principle of the love and the respect. This is one thing that Pastor David teaches us in the marriage shop, but sometimes we pass this concept for the youngs. We don't have graduation of marriage, but we don't have. God say we learn about that in the life. So before love and respect is a base of, is very important base of the marriage. The man must love and the women must respect. But how that thing works with the women? Let's talk about this. Might be a trouble. Most of people say the Bible is focused on the man. So how we are going to live this biblical concept in these modern times? God never fails. God never make wrong things. The things can work, but the Bible is unchangeable, and they follow the Bible always will give our success to us. God didn't write the things of the 2,000 years before that wouldn't work, and the women be. But why the women have so many afraid of that concept about submission? Because they don't understand. When one side respect, other side respect, and when the two things walk together, the common, your marriage will be purified by washing of the God's word. So when we understand, I think it's interesting. I was watching a video today. I forgot the name.
as feministas cristãs. Eu acho interessante
The
isso. Elas
the
querem
Christians
tirar esse
feminists
texto da
were
Bíblia,
talking. They
contextualizar,
want to
né, a
take
novos
away
tempos, né, da mulher
this
ser
text of the
submissa,
Bible
da mulher
or make an
ser
update of this
sujeitar,
Bible
mas não querem tirar a parte do homem,
because
né, de amar a sua
and they don't
mulher
want to
como
take
Cristo
away the
amou a
part
igreja,
of
assim,
the man,
como
that
quando a
the
gente vai
man
estudar,
love his
a gente
his
tratou.
women as Jesus
Então, eles
Christ
pensam que
loved
mulher, você não
his church.
precisa ter medo disso,
Be-
não. Faça aquilo que
Women,
Deus
you
quer.
can't have
Ore,
afraid of
faça um
this.
estudo dentro da
Do it
palavra de
what God
Deus,
wants.
se houver alguma
Pray
dúvida.
and make
Porque
and
Deus vai te
study inside the
mostrar.
Bible
Mas outro dia a
because
gente vai
God will
aprender
show
melhor
you.
sobre isso. É um estudo mais
Be-
completo, é só para a gente
It's
entender aquilo que
it's
a
a
Bíblia
complete
fala.
study.
Não
It's
fugirmos
only
daquela
to
questão do
understand what
que
the
a
Bible
Bíblia
say
fala.
and
A
don't
mídia
escape
ou o
and don't
mundo
run away
faz
and
isso.
understand and
É mais ou
believe
menos
what the
assim,
media is
se,
talking
se para
about.
resumir
That
numa imagem.
is try
O
to
casamento é uma
short.
empresa.
Let
O
me
dono é
try to
Deus
explain. Is a marriage.
e
The
você
marriage is
é uma
a
parte, vamos dizer
company,
assim. Então, o
and
casamento existe
the
três.
you
É
and
eu
your
e
wife
você,
are
que é a cordão de
partners,
três dobras.
and
Aí,
the marriage is
só que
the.
Deus, aqui na terra, ele
But
como dono,
God here
instituiu um gerente,
and the
alguém
earth
que vai
gave
estar na frente.
he put a
E ele é
manager to
responsável,
be in the
o
front,
responsável de prover e nutrir a empresa.
the responsible to give
E ele então vai ser
the sustain
testa
the
de ferro, aqui
company,
a cabeça para
will be the
organizar
head,
as coisas,
the
mas não
husband
significa
to
que a
organize
sócia
the
não vai
things,
ajudar,
but
que a sócia
don't means
não vai ser, não vai dar
her
pitaco,
partner
não significa
can't
que ela vai
help
ser
it, can't
uma capacha
doesn't means that
dando água, fazendo massagem no
her
teto,
wife
patrão.
will
Não tem nada a ver com
be
isso.
submissive in that
A Bíblia nem
situation. It's
fala
not
isso.
about that.
Inclusive,
The
o
Bible
apóstolo
don't
Paulo
say it
vai
about
dizer
that.
que é uma questão de respeito
Moreover,
aí,
the
é de
Paul
você
apostle
entender
say
que Deus
you must
instituiu
understand
ele
that
como gerente,
God
mas a empresa é
put
sua e você
the
está
man
lá
as the
no
manager, but
e
the
quando tiver
company
uma
is
confusãozinha, alguma
yours.
coisa, não é ele
And
que
when you
vai ser
have
destruído. Não, vocês devem procurar
confusion,
o dono
you must
através da palavra,
seek
através do aconselhamento.
the
O
owner
dono vai dizer quem é que tá
through
certo,
the
não é
words,
o
and
homem,
the
porque o homem
owner
tem
will
o poder na
say
mão
who
e
is right.
vocês estão
Is
ouvindo,
it the
né?
man that
Rei
have the
não tem
scepter and
não é ser rei.
is the king?
Mas também, Fabi, para os homens, tem
Mm,
gente que
But
da mulher
for the men, the
Deus
men are
pode
complaining the
nada
women's
fácil
hard.
amar
I
como
don't
Cristo
think
amou a sua igreja.
I don't think that
Casado
love as Jesus Christ
significa que
loved
você
his
não
church.
vai ter mais a sua vida para
Marriage
você.
means that you
Você
won't
vai
have your life for you.
ter agora uma esposa que você tem
You now you have
responsabilidade
a
de cuidar,
wife and you have
herdar a sua
responsibility
vida. Ou
to
seja,
care
você não vai mais
and to
viver
give
a
your
sua vida
life.
de solteiro. Seus futebol,
You won't live
as
your
suas
single
coisas,
life,
você vai ter que
your
largar
football,
tudo. É um
your
negócio difícil,
desires.
muito difícil,
You
é
must split
complicado.
everything.
Então
It's a
Deus
hard
botou
thing.
essas duas
It's
coisas
a
que são
complicated,
difíceis.
and God put these two things that
É
are
um
hard,
desafio, é uma
and it's a
ordem para
challenge.
Deus. Se não fosse,
It's an
se
order
fosse
for
fácil, Deus não
God.
ordenava. Então é uma ordem de
See,
Deus
if it wasn't
para nós.
easy,
Amar
it's
e
an order of
respeitar.
God,
E você,
love
mulher, você
and
tem que ter muito
respect.
cuidado.
And you
Muito
women
cuidado
must
com
be
aquilo que
careful,
as
must be
organizações
careful for
estão tentando
what the social
colocar na
media are
sua vida,
trying to put in
sabe?
your
Tá
mind.
dizendo...
Knows I
Eu
was
gosto de redes
watching.
sociais, né? Eu nem
I like social
mas
media. I have
ultimamente eu
Instagram,
vejo assim
Facebook, but lately I was watching
depreciação, eu acho que não é bem essa palavra, da figura
depreciation
masculina. Eu
of
vejo
the
vídeos com
picture
mulheres,
of the
sabe,
men. I
humilhando
saw
homens de
videos
forma
of
religiosa,
women
de burro, de
uh,
perfil, batendo. E eu fico
humiliating the
imaginando
men,
isso,
slapping the men,
sabe?
and
Eu fico
everything.
imaginando
Thinks
se
it is
mesmo
wonderful. I
vídeo
wonder
fosse pro lado
if
oposto.
this
Homem
same
chamando uma
video
mulher de
was the
idiota, um homem
opposite
batendo
side.
numa mulher,
The
como
women,
seria
the
isso?
man
Então, às
slapping
vezes
a
a gente
woman.
quer
How
lutar por
this
direitos iguais, mas em
will be like
depreciação do
this?
outro. E
Sometimes
a Bíblia fala que
we
sim, nós somos
want the same
iguais diante de
rights.
Deus. E não
The
é,
Bible
às
says we
vezes,
are equals
algumas,
beside God,
algumas
before God.
desses
But
movimentos utilizam
some of these movements, they use it like I'm missing the word.
Não. O homem que gosta de bater de mulher, a violência masculina, né, como
The
desculpa
male
para isso,
violence
basta você
as
pegar esse
excuse
lance
for
agora.
these
E
shows, men and
Isso é uma
women.
questão profunda que a gente não vai
This is
entrar
a deep
agora,
question
né?
that we are
Mas
not going to go
você já tem que
so
começar a
deep
aprender,
about that,
estar
but you must
preparado
start to learn
para
this, to be
amar
ready,
e respeitar.
to love and
E,
respect.
e E a pessoa que você está procurando,
And the
ela
people
precisa
that
ter
you are
esse
looking
conceito. É
for,
por isso
they
que
must have
a
this
Bíblia
concept,
diz que você
and
precisa estar em
because
comunhão
of this, the
esses dois
Bible
juntos.
say you must have in
Aceitar
communion.
essas
You must
coisas.
be together.
Eu
You
e
must
Fabiana, quando
accept
nós
these
casamos, a gente
things.
tinha
Me and my wife,
pessoas
when we
diferentes,
married,
pensamentos diferentes, mas
we have
ao nos
different
unir,
thoughts,
nós fomos
but
aprendendo
when
a
we
conviver com isso.
joined, we
A gente foi
started
aprendendo a adaptar a nossa
to
personalidade,
learn
nossos
about that. We
temperamentos.
started
E
to
hoje nós
adapt
temos um
it, our
tempero
personality,
maravilhoso. A
and
gente
today
comemorou no
we have
restaurante os 28
a
anos, né? E aí a gente
wonderful
conversou, agradecendo a Deus por como sempre
situation,
foi
and
bom
we
com a gente, com
thanked
aquele
God.
menino magrelo.
So how God was good with
E
us
foi
with
tão bom com a
these
gente que...
those two
Mas a
skinny
gente teve que tomar muitas decisões.
boys,
Não
and we
pense
have
que
to take
um
decisions.
casamento
Don't
bom,
think
ele
and the
acontece do
marriage
nada.
of good
São
marriage
decisões
started from nothing.
aprofundadas,
They are
de
decisions,
muito
they
amor e
are
muito respeito. Hoje a
acknowledgement
Fabiana
and the
é
love
nosso
and the
fã,
respect.
sabe? Muitas
Today,
coisas que a
Fabiana is
gente
my
recebeu no
fan.
nosso ministério
Many things we saw in the
da
ministry
dela, sabe? Deus
came
a
out
e ela foi
from
discípula,
her
a mulher é
mind,
uma
and
auxiliadora
God
de Deus.
used
E
her.
muitas
And the
vezes,
Bible
o
says
pastor
the
Leandro fez dessa
woman
forma, mas na
is
verdade ela que bolou, ela que
always helping me.
trabalhou, ela que incentivou e tudo
She
mais.
thought,
Então,
she thinking about it,
homens, você
she
precisa
created, she
encontrar
planned.
uma
Man,
mulher
you
a
must
quem
find
você
a
pode dar a sua
woman
vida.
when
E
you
mulheres,
can
você
give your
precisa
life. And
encontrar um
women,
homem a
you
quem você
must
possa
looking
ser a
for
fã.
a man
Inclusive, eu falo
when
isso
you can be
quando eu
a
faço voto de
fan.
casamento. Eu digo, serei sua
Moreover,
fã
I
número
say
1
it.
e te ajudarei a
I will be
brilhar
your number
mais e
one
mais. É
fan,
isso
and I
mesmo,
will help you
amém?
to shine more and more.
Então,
So it
não
is
tenha medo disso, como a
teaching
Fabiana
that
falou.
comes this
Confie no
vote.
Senhor.
Don't be afraid of that.
Você não vai
Trust
ser
in God.
escrava,
You
porque
won't be
esse
slave
casamento
because
é uma obra
this
de Deus, é uma
marriage
empresa de Deus, e
is a
Deus
company
vai
of God, and
abençoar
God will
você.
bless
O
you.
golpe está aí.
Cai,
The
porque
blow
depois
is
dessas
there
6
for
acabou
whoever
de
wants.
Vamos.
After this,
e a gente
let's
sempre lembra, né?
Verdade.
Então,
say again about these
vê se dá
5
para voltar
tips.
aí, diretor.
Please see if you
Escolhendo
can
certo, tá? Pra
turn
não cair
back,
no golpe.
choosing the
Dicas
5
para
tips.
você
5 tips for you. Don't
escolher certo.
for
Primeiro,
your
respeite
first,
o tempo certo.
respect the right time. Second,
Seja você é
be
a pessoa certa e no tempo certo tem 3
be you the right person
Financeira,
and have maturity,
espiritual e emocional.
finance, spiritual and emotional maturity.
Terceiro,
Only
cuidado com a
to
carência.
third, be careful with the need.
Escolha alguém carente, porque vai dar
Never
problema.
choose anyone with need.
Cuidado com
Be
os
careful
defeitos,
with the
foca
lack.
nesses defeitos, porque se você não consegue
Focus on this lack,
resolver isso,
because if you
já
can't
era,
live with
entendeu?
this kind of
E o
lack,
quinto,
get out.
entenda
And the
o
50,
princípio de amor e
understand the
respeito.
principle
Ser
of
fã,
love and respect.
respeitar
Be
e
a
amar.
fan, respect and love and give
Olha aí,
your life.
terminamos, Érica,
Yeah,
terminamos.
that's it. We
Joca,
ended Erica,
Kelly,
Joca,
Felipe,
Kelly,
Ana,
Felipe.
Pedro e Neuliane. Que bom ter vocês aqui nesse
How good to
programa,
be
aqui
you
no Nova
here. How
Jovens.
good to be
Quero
you in
agradecer a essa
this
companheira
show. I want to
que tá
thank
comigo
you,
nas
my
batalhas, e dizer
my
pra
wife
vocês, jovens,
that
que
is
nós só
with me in
estamos
the
aqui
battle,
para
and say for you
ensinar você,
youngs,
porque nós
we are
queremos
here
o
trying
seu
to teach
sucesso,
you because
queremos
we want
que
your
você
success.
seja nota
We
10.
want you be
Então,
at
Deus falou com você de alguma forma, anote alguma
10.
coisa para você mudar hoje, tá bom? E eu
Please
quero
write
encerrar
it,
esse
things
culto
for
com uma
you,
palavra
change it,
de
and
oração. Deixa eu orar
I want
por
and it is
você.
good.
Senhor,
Let me
muito
pray
obrigado
for you.
por
God,
esse
thank
dia,
you so
por
much
esse
for this day,
culto, Senhor, que nós
for
tivemos
this
hoje.
good.
Foi diferente,
So we
mas,
had
Senhor,
we
é porque a
have
gente
we had
louva,
today.
porque
It was
aqui
different
está
because
os
the people
ensinamentos
that
que
is
mudaram
always
nossas vidas e vão
because
mudar
he
e
is
estão mudando a vida
the
desses jovens.
teaching that change your life.
Conforme,
They is
Senhor,
changing the life of
ouvir a
these
tua
youngs.
voz
So
e
they
praticar
can hear a
aquilo que o
voice
Senhor quer.
and put in practice.
Obrigado pela tua palavra,
Thank
obrigado
you
por
so
cada
much for
pessoa
your
que ajudou
words.
esse
Thank you
culto
so much for
acontecer.
each person
Obrigado
that
pela
helped
parte
this cult
técnica,
to
pela
happen.
banda,
Thank you
pelo
for the
vocal, pelo
technical.
instrumental,
Thank you for the
coordenadores,
band, for
pastores
the
que nos
choral of
ajudaram
voices,
aqui,
coordinators, and the
diretoria
pastors that
dinâmica,
help
toda a
us.
parte técnica,
For
TV,
all
cada
everybody,
detalhe,
the
por essa
TV, each
pessoa,
detail, and
e
for that
que
person is
tu abençoe,
watched this
que tu
good. So
cumpra os
bless.
planos que tu tens
So
Senhor, e que nessa parte
complete
do
the plan that you
coração,
have in the life of them. So in this part of the heart,
aquilo que tu queres,
they
porque o
can
resto
listen what you want,
haja
because the
na
rest
vida
if he, with
em
you.
nome de
Please,
Jesus.
in the
Amém.
name of Jesus
Deus
Christ,
abençoe.
amen.
Até
May
amanhã.
God bless
Nos vemos
you.
no
We can
culto
see you
sábado e domingo
tomorrow.
com